Hello and welcome to my channel. I haven't loaded anything up for a while, so I have to just apologize to all my subscribers, even though I don't have many, but nevertheless. I've been working on a supercube. I've done a few different cubes, but supercubes finding it really interesting. The original one I did was a 3x3, but then I liked the look of it so much that I decided to go to a 4, 5, 6, 7, and I even made a custom built 2x2. Those of you who don't know what supercube is, a supercube is a center-oriented sensitive cube. Well, sounds very thingy, but what all that is in a normal cube, because that's a full color, it doesn't matter how you put it in place, and it's fine. But on a supercube, it does. So if it's a picture, it won't look right, and some of them they put arrows in every one of those, so arrows have to be in the same direction, otherwise it won't be solved. I didn't like the look of that much, so I decided to make this. I think it's quite cool looking one, but again, matter of opinion, preference. I like this, so I made a few more, and in the future I will put some more videos on how to do the 4, 5, 6, and 7 supercubes, which is quite interesting to do. But all that means is when you solve this, you need to pay attention to the centers to make sure correctly. You can solve this as a normal 3x3, and there's algorithms that will rotate the centers for you, but it's far more interesting to solve it properly in the first place. Basically, pay attention to what you're doing and how you're doing. It's not a speed solve, it is one by one, putting in place, pay attention to where it is. It's a placement, and it's quite interesting. If that's your cup of tea and you want to know how, stick around. This video should take between 15 maybe 20 minutes if I don't mess it up. I will try to be as quickly as, but I don't want to do it too fast, so of course you follow it, and I don't want to do it in so many different videos because, well, I want to start from comprehensively, go through, cover everything in one sitting, and when you want to learn this, all you have to do is do one video and have a look. Right, so I think it looks really good, doesn't it? Well, by all means, make a comment, like, subscribe, and let me know what you think of it. If you want to make one, or I can even make some for you if you want. It won't cost that much. It's basically price of a standard cube and postage. So let's get started. So I'm going to start with the black. No particular reason, just because it's facing me right now and I can't be bothered looking for another one. So next one is black and orange, so I want this black to come there. So all I'm going to do is take it down and bring it up, but surprise surprise, it doesn't match. So alternatively is look at the arrow, the way it goes, the corner is on this side, so take that down first, turn that in the right direction and bring that up. So that's paired. But of course now I need to match my oranges don't match, so pay attention to this arrow is facing this corner, so I'm going to get that out of the way, turn that until this goes the same direction, and then bring the black back. So that's paired, and we're going to be doing that for all 4 corners, so creating a cross just like a normal 3x3. So now I'm looking at black and green. I want to bring the green up. Green belongs behind the blue, so it's there, it needs to go there. So if I bring that up and push that in, I'll take that back. That's matched. Perfect. That's still matched. But of course this one, oh, we got lucky. It perfectly matched anyway. But occasionally it won't. So it might look like that. If it does, all you need to do is not to use that corner. Push that out of the way so it's an empty space on top. Turn it so matches the same direction and bring the green back. So 2 out of 4. Let's do another one. Let's find another black there, black and blue. Of course that has to go by the blue, so this black has to go there. So if I put that there, push that up, perfectly match, bring that back and push it down. Of course now they're still matched. I've never been this lucky. Again, matches again. If it didn't match, all you had to do was empty space, bring the empty space in and orient that the way it's supposed to for it to match that. Last one. Now we had to use this space to orient the centers. We don't have a space anymore, so the way we're going to do that one, we're going to look for another black. We'll take that down. Where is the other black? It's there. The black is there. Now if I push that to a lower level and get it out of the way, put that up. So that's in a lower level. Great. Now I want to move that because this needs to go there. So how am I going to do that? I'm going to get it out of the way first. Push down with the red. Oh, let me just mess that up first there. Push down with the red and put that up. Now I've got my cross. That's matched. That's matched. That's matched. And that one isn't. Now to solve that issue, I turn that all the way down. Pay attention to the direction. Get that out of the way. Match the direction. Bring that back. And then take it back up. In that way, I've got my centers oriented correctly and the top done. Now, just like a normal 3x3, we're going to start putting the corners in. But instead of putting all 4, I'm going to put only 3. So all I'm doing is looking for a black. There's one there and it's underneath. When it's underneath, it's the worst case scenario. You want to turn that. Find the empty space, even if it's any of them are full, you find an empty space, put that underneath the empty space, and the algorithm, well, not an algorithm, it's a move basically. Down, move it twice, bring it up. That will turn that. Now, this side is green, so I'm going to match it with a green. I know that has to go up there. So, get the black facing me, move it out of the way, push it down, put it in place, and pull it up. That's done. Now I'm looking for another black underneath. There isn't. Funny enough, all my blacks are up there. So I'm going to take that one down. To take it down, down, across, and up. I've got one in here. It's a blue. Match it with the blue. Facing me. Get it out of the way. Push the space down. Put it in. And put it up. That's another one done. Is there another black underneath? No. One up here. So I'm going to take that one. Now, when you're taking that on, pay attention to it. If I take it down that way, it'll go under. So instead, I'm going to take it out this way. That will force the black to be on the edge. Of course, now I have a green facing me. So turn that until we get to a green. That's paired up. Facing me. Get it out of the way. Push it down. Put it in place. And put it up. I've got my top sorted, I've got my edges sorted, except that one. I'm going to call that as a keyhole because I'm going to use that to replace so many other things. In this point, I'm going to turn my cube upside down and I'm going to start looking for red and green. Now before I do that, I put the empty space I have, the keyhole, underneath because that makes it easier to swap things around. Looking for red and green. Red and green. Perfect, we got a winner. Now to match those, first I will get it out of the way, bring the space that I want up, put that in place and push it down. That's done. Space is there, move the space onto the next slot. That's solved. If it wasn't, it's the same algorithm. Push that up, across and down. I want to put that in place. I want the orange to match. So match the orange and push it down. Okay. Been so lucky today. Or is it luck or is it just didn't mix it properly? One or the other. Orange and blue. I'm looking for orange and blue. We don't have one. So if it's not here, must be there. So I'm going to get that up. To get that up, I don't want to use this and don't want to mess that up. So I'm going to bring my empty space up. Push that up, get it out of the way, bring it down. So back to orange and blue, empty space underneath, blue is there, I want that match. Well, so I'm going to get it out of the way first, so I can bring the space up, put it in, and push it down. Now if I align this, you'll see that's all done. All of that is solved, except if you look at it this way, that column, which is my keyhole. Again, I'm going to turn it upside down and solve from here. Now from here, instead of holding it straight, I'm going to hold it in an angle, because it makes it easier to see, because everything comes in here, goes back out, comes in there, that's all we're going to do from now on. And what I want to start with, I want to start with this two. If I do these two first, then I can replace these three easy enough. So that one is green and yellow. So I'm looking for green and yellow. It's already in that hole. If it wasn't, I will drop it in there, but I will show you next rhythm how. That has to come up. So if I bring that up, as it is, it's perfectly matched out. Great, perfect. If it wasn't, and if it was, bring that up and it doesn't match, all I have to do is turn the top so it matches. Now I'll bring that up, push it out of the way, and push it down. In that way, that will automatically fall in. Next one is yellow and orange. Yellow and orange is here, right? This is what we're talking about. I want this to be in there. So the way to do that, bring the space up, put that in its space, and push it down. That's it. But don't forget, you have to turn that back for that to stay in the right place. Now I want this to go there, and I want yellow to be up, so it needs to come up that way. But I'll bring the space that I want it to go in there, then I'll push it up, take it out of the way, and put it down. In that way, that's solved. Right, now we come to this. Now, there's a few case scenarios can happen, but algorithms are quite straightforward to solve. What we're looking for, the ultimate case, the easiest case, is one of them is paired up, two of them is paired up, and one of them isn't. If you look, these two are right in a wrong place. These two are right, but they're in a wrong place. This one is not right and is the wrongly oriented. So this is the worst. This is the best case scenario you can have. Yeah. So how are we going to do this? The idea is to look at, if I look at this, this will turn directly and fall correctly. Brilliant. This will move up and fall correctly. Perfect. So this is the one as a problem. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to bring the space for this, for it fall in parallel. So space for this is blue and orange, which is this space. I want this to fall in there correctly. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to bring the space up for it, put that in its place, and push that down. By doing so, funnily enough, if you turn that back into it, all will fall in correctly. I hope that was clear. If that case doesn't happen, yeah, let me take another one like that. That is paired up correctly. This is paired up correctly, and that isn't. So now this is the problem. So this has to go there. If that has to go there, I need to bring the space for this somehow so this falls in correctly. To fall in correctly, yellow has to be on top. So this has to go up there. So I'll bring the space for it there, put that in, push that back, put the space back. And that will work every time and it'll fall in. The same algorithm, if it's not done a couple of times, you will see in the worst case scenario, you have to do it 3 times and it'll work. So all the edges are done, all the faces are done. All we left is these 4 corners and this one. From here is dead boring, because algorithm, I picked this one up from Super Antonio Vivaldi. Incredible man. He does so many cool things and so many cool algorithms, but this was dead straightforward. His algorithm is up, up, down, down. So basically between this and that. So it's up, up, down, down. That's it. All you have to do. So all of it is basically is this. If you keep doing that, somehow, somewhere it'll get solved. But it's not just doing that, because somehow movement has to be done on top. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna look underneath. There is blue, red, and yellow. So I've got yellow and red and blue. So this has to go there. And the yellow has to be on top. So yellow is here. So I'm gonna start with up, up, down, down. And that fell in. So now I'm gonna look underneath again. This is blue, black. So black is already belongs there. That's not used to me. I want a yellow one to be here. So I'm gonna get this out of the way and look at one of them that is wrong, and I put this down. And that was again up, up, down, down. So that's gone down. Yellow is there. Now I'm looking at green and red. So I'm gonna turn that until green and red are here. So this has to go up there. Up, up, down, down. That falls in. Something else goes in there, which is yellow. Obviously it has to be yellow. Now this is green and orange. So I'm going to turn that until the green orange is there. Now this time yellow is on this side. So I'm going to start from that side and go up, up, down, down. So it leaves us with the last one, which evidently has to be orange and black. Yellow is on this side, so it'll be up, up, down, down. Now, we solved that. If I turn that, that's solved. Nope, keep going. Now all of this is solved. By doing all this, messed up are the bottom layers. So what I'm going to do from here, I'm going to do several up, up, down, down until that corrects itself. But keep an eye on these two columns until they fall in place. So it's up, up, down, down. Because the yellow has gone down, up, up, down, down. Now, they corrected themselves. Great. So now, if I look carefully, virtually all of it is solved. These are in right place, but wrongly orientated. So I'm going to turn that one way or the other. So it can do clockwise or anti-clockwise. Now, if you learn only one algorithm, it wouldn't matter. Because you do it twice, becomes the other way anyway. So if you need it clockwise, you do two anti-clockwise, is same as one clockwise. But algorithm is dead simple. We're going to start from here. I'm going to do this. Actually, I'm going to do this wrong way around. I'm going to do it that way around. So if I want to turn that anti-clockwise, it's down, across, up. Bring that back, down, across, up. But then this has to be replaced by that. So bring that back. Now I'll do it the other way around. So it's down, the other way across, up. Get it out of the way, down, across, up. And if I put that back, if you look, it's been rotated. But it is, I'm going to need one more, bring it back. So now I'm going to do, again, down, across, up, put it back, down, across, up. That's gone in. Bring that back and do this the other way. So it'll be down, this time we're going this way across, up. Get it out of the way, down, across, and up. And that will solve that. So basically, you could get lucky, all is correct, but usually two of them are out of place. So it's either these two, or it's them two, or it's them two. Doesn't really matter. All you have to do, rotate one of them one way, replace it, and rotate it the other way. So algorithm one more time. This is the trickiest one. So if I want to do clockwise, down, clockwise, up, put it back, down, across, up. Now for sake of demonstration, instead of this one, I'm going to replace it with that one. So it'll be two rotation. Now I'm going to do it the other way around. Down, this time is clockwise, up. To get it out of the way, down, clockwise, in. I'm going to put that in. Nope, now these two has been rotated. Now, to correct that, I'm going to do that clockwise. Clockwise is down, that way, up, put it back, bring it in, and put it in. Now I'm going to bring this back, put it in there, and do the opposite direction. So it's down, it's clockwise, up, put it in, down, clockwise, up, and that will solve it. I hope I didn't go too fast, or I hope it's too boring and too slow, but the idea is working slowly and get there. It took a bit longer than anticipated, but I hope you enjoyed it. Please comment, like, dislike. Well, give me feedback so I can do this better next time around. And next video I'm going to load up, very likely it's going to be either a 2x2 or a 4x4, and I will try to do it within the next week or so. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you again soon.